that I created by using E.L.F. Cosmetics quad palette called Matte for Plum that looks like this right here. This palette created the eye look in which you're seeing, and if you want to see more on how to achieve this look, just keep watching the video and I will see you all in another video again shortly. Later, babes. Hey dolls, so I'm starting out by priming my entire area of the eye, and I'm using my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish as my transitional color, and this is going to help give me a solid colored base to work with. And speaking of base, I'm taking that base color in this palette, and with a flat shader brush, I'm patting it on the entire mobile area of the eye, a little bit up towards the crease, and going back to this crease color. And with a fluffy blending brush, here's where I begin to blend some more. You're gonna see a whole lot of blending in this video, but what I really love best about this E.L.F. palette is it already labels exactly where to place the colors. Like, what more can you ask for only $2? So now that I done blended that in with my trusty old MAC blending brush, here is where I really begin to blend some more. We're gonna blend again, and I keep telling y'all, you're gonna see a whole lot of blending in this video, and that's because you want to avoid having harsh lines and demarcation. So now that I blended, I'm going back and I'm taking that lid color and I'm patting that on the entire mobile area of the eyelid, bringing it slightly up towards my crease, but mainly just on the eyelid. And I'm using a flat shader brush, and with my, speaking of brushes, look at that, my blending brush again, blend some more, because we don't want harsh lines and demarcation. So now that I blended, I'm taking the lime color right there, and with a precision blending brush, I'm focusing that in heavy on that outer V, but I'm really going to blend it out because I don't want it too smoky, but I still want it smoky though. So with that famous blending brush, once again, here is where I really begin to work on my blending method and to blend everything in together. And once again, no harsh lines or demarcation. So now I'm gonna go back and take that crease color, and I'm just gonna touch it up very quickly, and with that same old blending brush again, I'm gonna blend some more and blend again because I don't want harsh lines or demarcation. So now here's where I move into my face, my fun part. I've learned that by patting my primer on my face, it definitely gives me a better canvas to work with. And speaking of canvas, I'm applying my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, but I'm doing a very light layer, and that's because I want to quickly just move into using my Jojoba Oil for underneath the areas of my eyes. It helps to fill in the fine lines that I have under my eyes as I apply my concealer. Speaking of concealer, this is my LA Pro HD concealer, and with a Beauty Blender dupe from the Dollar Tree, and I saturated it with water. I'm blending it out to avoid having harsh lines and demarcations, and I'm going to blend it out very well. So now that I've done that, here is where I'm using my Wet n Wild Contour Palette, and OMG, let me tell y'all something. This palette is worth everything. The yellow part, I'm going to use it to set the concealer underneath the areas of my eyes, and ever since I've used this, I totally have given up on my Ben 9 banana powder. So going back to my face, whatever residue I had on the back of my hand, I'm now going to use that and blend around the areas of my face, but I'm going to avoid underneath my eye area. However, with this E.L.F. Face blending brush, I'm blending my entire face, and back with that Beauty Blender dupe, there is where I begin to blend out around the perimeters of my eyes, because like I said, I don't want harsh lines or demarcation. So now I'm just going to go back into the palette, and I'm going to do some very light contouring. For me, less is always best when it comes to my contouring, followed by my face powder, which is by Makeup Forever, and this helps to keep me with a mattifying face all day. I'm going to start out by blending underneath the areas of my eyes to avoid having harsh lines and demarcations, because remember, I want the highlighted look, but I didn't want it too highlighted. So now I'm going to go ahead and finish blending in my entire face to help me keep a mattifying face for the remainder of the day, followed by my favorite blush by Milani Cosmetics called Rose de Rio. And I'm also using my all-time fave highlighter, which is by Fergie, called Hollywood Boulevard. This highlighter is absolutely everything, and it's so worth you picking up to say that it's only $5. It is so worth it. So now that I'm highlighting, I'm then going to add my favorite lipstick of choice, followed by some lip gloss, and this is going to pretty much conclude my video. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please visit the MissGlamourAddict.com website for more blog posts. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and I'll see you all in another video again shortly. Later, babes.